Alright, hello boys and girls. Welcome back to another edition of Crush Lusher Television. So, let's look at the lines below. Read the instructions always. So, we gotta get the pen going. So, look at the lines below. Explain what you notice about the slopes and rate of changes of the following pairs of lines. Okay, so these lines look like they're parallel because they are not touching. It looks like they go on forever. Look like a bunch of train tracks. So, we are going to see what the slope is going on here. So the top line right here, draw what I draw. So it's up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. So the slope of the top line is 1/2. Got it? Okay, with the bottom line. So that's up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. The slope is also 1/2. So it looks like parallel lines, reflections, parallel lines. This is a good thing to write in your notes, by the way. I know I'm writing on the paper, but you probably want to write this in your notes so you have it to study from. And if it's on a quiz, you're ready to answer it because you're going to look over it and you're going to write it down a bunch of times. Parallel lines have identical slopes, or the same slope. Got it. Then they have different y-intercepts. Obviously, the y-intercept of the top line is -1, and the y-intercept of the bottom line is -4. Okay. Let's look at these lines over here. What's going on here? Well, the slope here of this bottom line is still 1/2, up 1 over 2. So the slope here is 1/2, just like it is over here. I think it's the same kind of line. Okay. What about this? That's down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. So the slope of this is -2 over 1, or -2. Same thing. And these lines are perpendicular, which means that they form a right angle. So perpendicular lines intersect, and again we're writing this in our notes, intersect to form a right, R-I-G-H-T, a right angle. And what about their slopes? Well, this slope is 1/2, and this slope is -2 over 1. Well, it looks like we flipped it, and we changed the sign. So, and the slopes are, we call those opposite reciprocals. Opposite meaning we change the sign, reciprocal meaning we flip the fraction. Boom. They intersect to form a right angle, and the slopes are opposite reciprocals for perpendicular lines. Got it. Okay, that's all in your notes. Let's look at this right here. Okay, so feel free to watch me do the first one, and then pause it, and then do the rest in this section A. Okay, then unpause it, press play, and see if you have the right answers. So if you're really good at this, you want to challenge yourself that way, pausing the video after I do the first one, and then see if you can do the rest. Okay, so the first one are y equals 3x plus 7 and y equals 3x minus 8 parallel to each other. Well, I know parallel, and I write a little note to myself, same slope. Same slope. And the slope here is 3 of this line and 3 of this line, so this one is, boop, yes. Alright, pause the video right now, see if you can do 2, 3, and 4, then press play. Ready, set, go. Alright, good, welcome back. So the slope here is 2 over 3 and 3 over 2. Those are not identical slopes, so these are not parallel to each other. 3 lines that would be parallel to each other here have the same slope but a different y-intercept. So like y equals 2x plus 100 would be 1, y equals 2x plus 0, I don't have to put that, y equals 2x minus 4, something like that. Those are 3 lines. So it doesn't really matter what your y-intercept is as long as it's not -3, it's just different from that. 3 lines that are not parallel, so I want a different slope, so 3x minus 2, different than 5, not parallel, y equals 1/2 x plus 2, something like that, and y equals -x plus 10, something like that, where the slope is not 5, so therefore it's not parallel. Got it. Okay. Hopefully you got those right. Let's check the next one. Okay, now we're down on section B on the bottom of the page. No problem. I'm going to do the first one, see if you can do the other ones, okay? Press pause after I do the first one. Are y equals 3x plus 7 and y equals 3x minus 8 perpendicular to each other? Well, perpendicular, I write a little note to myself, opposite reciprocal slopes. Which means that I'm going to flip the fraction, and I'm going to change the sign from positive to negative or negative to positive. Okay, so this slope is 3, this slope is 3. No, 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 those are parallel, not perpendicular. No, no, no. Okay, pause the video, see if you can get the rest. Ready, set, go. Cool. All right, welcome back. So second one, 2 over 3 and negative 3 over 2, yes, we flipped it. We did the reciprocal, and they're opposite. One's positive, one's negative. This one is a yes. Okay, I want a line perpendicular to 2. Well, 2 over 1, so my perpendicular slope, this is what I do. I write m, and I write that upside down t. That means perpendicular. You see how it forms a little right angle right there? I don't need that little part, just upside down t. So this is perpendicular slope would be negative a half, like that. And so write this down to get this notation down, so that's perpendicular slope. So you know that. So it'd be y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4, y equals negative 1/2 x minus 3, and I can have the same y-intercept with perpendicular lines. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 10, something like that, doesn't matter. Not perpendicular, just doesn't have a slope of the opposite reciprocal, 5x plus 2. That's parallel, not perpendicular. Y equals 10x minus 10. Y equals 1/2 x plus 100, something like that. As long as it's not negative a half, like positive half, I'm good. So you can be the judge of your own because there's an infinite amount of answers for those. Okay? All right, flip the page. More practice. Parallel and perpendicular lines. All right, what are we doing here? From the given slopes of the lines, identify whether the two lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Okay? Again, I'm going to do the first one right here. Then you can press pause and do the entire page, section 1 and section 2. See if you can do those, okay? First one. What am I looking at? So I got 4, which is actually 4 over 1 if I want to write it that way, and negative 1/4. It looks like they're opposite reciprocals because they're flipped and one's positive, one's negative. So this is perpendicular. I know you want to probably abbreviate, but please spell it out. Get used to spelling them so you are getting them right on the test or on ACTs because you know it and you can write it down. So press pause right now, see if you can get the rest of them. Okay? All right, welcome back. Let's see if you got our answers. 3 and negative 3, this one's neither. Because there's no opposite reciprocal there. 6 and 6, identical, parallel. Parallel. Put a check if you got these. Put a check. 7 over 11 and negative 7 over 11. Well, they're opposites, but they're not reciprocals, so this one is neither. 3 over 10 and 10 over 3, reciprocals but not opposites. So this one is also neither. They're trying to trick me all over the place. Put a check if you got these. And last but not least, 3 over 8 and 3 over 8, identical. That would be parallel. Got it. Okay, let's see how we did down here. Let's see how we did down here. 2 over 9, slope that's parallel, so that's identical. 2 over 9. Perpendicular is negative 9 over 2. Parallel, 3 over 10, just copy it down the same because it's identical slopes. Negative 10 over 3 would be perpendicular. 7, 7 right there, parallel, same slope. This one's negative 1 over 7 is perpendicular. 6 and negative 1, 6, ooh. And this one is 8/9 for parallel because it's the same slope. And then I flip it. It's like all of these are positive, so I'm making them all negative for perpendicular. So 2 over 7 is parallel, negative 7 over 2 is perpendicular, 9 is parallel, and negative 1/9. Hopefully you got all these. Put a big check plus if you got them. Nice job. Congratulations. All right, here we go. Last but not least, here you go. This one I would write in your notebook so you have these. So I'm going to do number 1 and number 3. You're going to do 2 and 4. While I pause the video, and then you're going to keep going down here when you're done. So video's almost over. Check it out. All right, here we go. All right, first one. I actually gave the answer right here. How do we get it? That's what we're going to find out. Write the equation of a line that is parallel to the graph of y equals 1/2 x plus 6 and whose y-intercept is negative 2. So this should be in your notes right here. I would copy all of this down in your notes. If you want to pause the video, go ahead. All right. So parallel, all right, little note, same slope right here, same slope. So the slope of this line is 1/2, so I'm just going to steal that. I'm going to put it over here, 1/2. And it gives me the y-intercept is negative 2 of this new line. The old line was plus 6, so I need to change the y-intercept to negative 2. So that'd be y equals 1/2 x minus 2. Boom. Same slope, different y-intercept right there. Got it. Boom. Okay, let's do number 3 and see if you can get it. This one's a little bit more challenging because I don't know the slope of this right off the bat. Remember, write this whole thing in your notes. You can pause the video if you need to. Okay, so it gives me the y-intercept of my new line. I just need to get my slope here. So right over here, 3x minus y equals 5. Whoop! Right here, I got to get into y equals mx plus b form. So I'm subtract 3x. Write this down with me. Subtract 3x. On this side I have negative y equals negative 3x plus a 5. Okay. So this is negative 1 right there. Then negative y is negative 1y. So I can divide all these terms by negative 1. And so y equals negative divided by negative is positive, and positive divided by negative is negative. So this right here in y equals mx plus b form is this. So I know my slope is 3 because I'm looking for a parallel line. My y-intercept is negative 7. It tells me right here. So my final answer will be y equals 3x minus 7. Got it. Okay, so do 2 in your notebook and 4 in your notebook right now. Write it down, the whole problem, and then do the answers, see if you can get the answers, and then press play. I'll give you the answers to these. Ready, set, pause. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. How do we do with 2? Well, the slope is negative 4, and y-intercept is 3, so it's very much like number 1. Y equals negative 4x plus 3. Hopefully you got that one. Put a check if you got it. All right, number 4. How do we do with this one? All right, 2x plus y equals 5. I need y equals mx plus b form. So I need y by itself. Whoop, I got to draw that first. Okay, so I don't cross that line. Subtract 2x on both sides. Y equals negative 2x plus 5. Oh, y is already by itself. I only do one step. That's so nice. My slope is negative 2 right there. I need to take, and my y-intercept is 4. So y equals negative 2x plus 4 is the answer to number 4. There you go. So if you got that, put a big check if you did. Now do section 4, 5, and 6. Keep going with this. Oh, slope parallel. This one's easy. Slope is 2. Got it. Okay, keep going. Nice job. Keep crushing.